Hey y'all, is it hot and dry where you're at? Because it's pretty rough here. We get much more shipments in, we're going to have to start stacking it in the parking lot, getting looking like a junkyard around here, but we'll get through it and get it in its proper place. Just got a big pallet in from Nolt's Greenhouse Supplies in Pennsylvania. That's enough stuff right there to build enough mum pad and put enough spider drippers in for about 2,000 mums. Got a skid of tomato boxes in. We're starting to pick some tomatoes, and we got 3 or 4 pallets of potting soil for our mums in. But I'm like a beagle sees a rabbit. I get easily sidetracked. That wasn't what I set out to tell you. So I'm here at the packing house by myself. Holly had to go take the youngins to Bible school, and so the youngins are not here to help me, and Holly's not here to help me, and the guys are out picking cucumbers and squash, so they ain't here to help me. We got a pretty good size order to fill for tomorrow, and Holly really needs to leave pretty early in the morning. So I'm gonna see if I can get some cucumbers run through the wash line by myself here. So I got the wash line up and going. I still ain't fixed this in feed conveyor, which is aggravating. The bushing wore out and I didn't know it. This was back in the days of big time wholesale where this thing ran for 8 or 10 hours, 12 hours every other day, and it was just all connected, so I didn't really pay attention to the details, and plus I wasn't here all the time then. But you can see this is kind of a problem. So I got it disconnected, and we just feed by hand, which is not a big deal because we ain't washing stuff like we used to. I got the packing line set in here kind of cattywampus, and I did that on purpose because, as you can see, this afternoon sun blazes in the front of this shed, and it's kind of tough. But I'm gonna see what I can get done here by myself. If you're not familiar with pickle cukes, which is what we primarily grow here, we're starting to get some more Yankees around here, and a lot of people moving down from up north. So we've got a little bit of a slicing cucumber market, but not a lot. Most everybody wants pickle cukes, and this is what I would call your perfect pickling cucumber. See the size of it. And this is not a real good rule of thumb, but it's no pun intended. But everybody's hands is a different size, but that's about what you want. If you wrap your thumb and forefinger around a pickled cucumber and they don't touch, that's too big. So another thing that we kick out when we're grading is this right here. That cucumber is going to be bitter every time, guarantee it. When it was first pollinated, that cucumber didn't have enough water. That's why that end's pointy. And then the ones that are really crooked or just don't look good, we kick those out as well. We can really get by without washing these cucumbers because they're grown on plastic and they're trellised. If you've been watching my videos, you've probably seen us out there in the field, and the cucumbers, we stake them in Florida weave them just like we do our tomatoes. So they're clean, but This is a big part of why I wash them, why I like to wash them. Well, two things. The blooms, I hate sending them in a box with blooms on them. And two, pickles have got all these little, I don't know what they're called, they're like salt grains on them. And if you don't run them through and wash them and pack them, it kind of mashes that little spine into the other ones, and they just don't turn out as pretty as they do if you run through the wash and get all that mess off. And I ain't got my wash line quite dialed like I would like it. It's not feeding the round table. Right here's an example of something I will kick out. Something like this is iffy. I'm grading a little heavier than I would be if we were barely picking any. I might be a little more lenient with my grading, but we are really picking cucumbers heavy. We're fixing to start a new field. So, I mean, when you've got an abundance, give your customers the sure enough cream of the crop, which I always try to do anyway. Alright, here's an example of a cucumber that's just too darn big. For a pickle, that's too big. So, even though it's pretty, that could be a farmer's market cucumber probably. They just get too seedy, is the problem. Even at the farmer's market, people don't really like cucumbers that size. Because the seeds get so big in them, and that's what most people have a problem with the seeds in a cucumber anyway. So stuff that's real crooked like this, I kick out. So that's kind of what I'm looking for grading these things. Well, I don't remember how many the order's for, but I packed 3, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 bushels, and then I got about 3/4 of a bushel of long greens they came in with. Them things just don't yield all that good. I don't like them. I don't think they taste near as good either, but I reckon I'm maybe biased. I actually might have 12 boxes because some of these are overfilled. You can see these boxes ain't gonna shut. But I think that's probably gonna fill that order. We don't grow a ton of anything, but we grow enough of stuff to really keep us something. That was one picking, so we pick cucumbers usually about every other day. We used to always pick them every day, but we just don't have the help to make it happen. And you get a lot of, it costs you a lot more in more than one way. Because if you pick every day, you ain't never gonna get cucumbers bigger than this much. and it's a lot more steps through the field, a lot more hourly wage paid out for what you get in return. And when they're that small, you get a lot more of them in a box, so it costs you a lot more too. But I reckon I'm gonna wrap this one up, and I will see y'all next time. Thanks for watching.